behind the scenes in the Living Spaces green room.
So coming up, Dr. Ahluwalia will tell us what we've learned in 2014.
Yes.
There's one thing that you're telling me I need to back off.
Hookah smoking. No.
Hookah smoking. Dr. Ahluwalia, we have to make a deal on this. Maybe once a year?
All right, we'll work it out.
Twice a year?
We'll see.
You can't take it all away from me. Okay, we'll be back with more on that. You've tried it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your favorite flavor?
Dr. Ahluwalia, good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Hey.
I already got a lecture in the
About
Living
health?
Spaces green room.
About what?
A little hookah
No
education.
hookah smoking for 2015.
How much hookah smoking did you do this year?
Maybe twice, maybe
Okay.
3 times, which is actually quite moderate.
Is it?
Does it alarm you? Which is worse, hookah smoking or cigarette smoking?
Hookah smoking.
What?
It's worse.
No.
We talked about it.
It's a direct, yes.
That it's people smoking for an hour at a time, right? They just sit and they
Right.
keep smoking it. There's no filters, right? It comes through the water, so people think that it's actually, filtered in some way, but it's not. And the tobacco is everywhere in the room because it's being lit right there. So.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
Tuned you out there.
Moving on.
All right, moving on. Okay, so we're
And
going to
does it
talk
alarm you
about...
that it's become kind of a trendy thing to do?
It's sad. Yes,
Yeah,
it
okay.
is.
All right.
It is.
Okay, so we're going to highlight medical research in a few areas from the past year. We're going to start with diet.
Yeah, so, we're just recapping what we learned this year. And as far as diets are concerned, there's so many crazy diets out there. But I think what's important to remember is that the Mediterranean diet scientifically has been proven to be healthy. So fruits, vegetables, nuts, olive oil, fish, these are all good things to eat. And I think that if you pursue a healthier diet, you will be happier.
But even around the Mediterranean, people eat a lot of meat. They don't eat a lot at a time, but
Correct.
they eat it regularly.
Yes,
right?
but I think it's more fish directed. So I think that's the key.
And there are people who say, listen, there's an argument for and against everything. Not too much fruit because fruit contains fructose, and fructose is not good for you.
Correct. But I think, here's the issue. The issue is that what we want to warn people is about sugar in drinks, something that you can consume a lot of very quickly. The thing with fruit is there's a lot of fiber in it,
Yes.
right? So you can't really eat, 4 apples at a go. So you can't consume a large amount of sugar. Yes, it is sugar,
Right.
but I believe that the amount of good that comes from the fruit, but the fiber and the other things.
So
that
we know the bad drinks are bad, but,
Yes.
but even things like lots of apple juice, lots of orange juice,
Yes, so
not good.
No. All of these things contain too much sugar. So if you eat, 4 apples in a row, you're going to cut down on what you eat later because you're full. You've just eaten a lot.
Yeah.
If you drink 3 glasses of orange juice or apple juice, you're going to go right back
So
and eat
for
some more.
Aroxia,
Yes.
in the midst of the hookah smoking, if she has an apple, does that help?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
It is good for her.
Actually, my favorite flavor for hookah, just since we're on the topic, is double
Good.
apple.
All right.
Just
Okay,
saying.
there
So
you
you're saying
Now-
don't do it, but she's recommending a flavor.
Yeah, don't listen to her.
Yeah.
The other thing is pay attention to the calorie counts. I think it's important.
Calories are back.
Well, no, but know what you're eating.
Right.
So I think now we're passing all these laws to
Yeah.
educate you on what you eat. So when you go to a restaurant, please look. We know that only 30% of people make decisions based
Right.
on the calories, but be one of those people that you
All right,
understand.
exercise. We know exercise is good. What kind?
This is when everyone joins a gym,
Right.
Yeah.
around this time of year.
Right.
They make out because everybody joins and then nobody comes a month later.
Yes.
So the minimum amount that we think that people need to exercise is 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's the recommended moderate exercise. So a brisk walk or, getting on the elliptical or something like that. But what's key and most important is that we do need to do some weight training with that. We talked about it last week where we were talking about how belly fat is affected by weight training because when you train, especially when you get older,
Your
over 40,
metabolism
yes,
continues.
so the muscles that you build themselves has some resting metabolic rate which burn calories by themselves. So I think this is important, and
Weight
also
training.
for women, because of the osteoporosis risk, it's a good idea to use weights.
You,
So-
when you train, right?
Yes.
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 So you're all or nothing person.
Yes. It's all or nothing.
Yes.
But you do some weights, and I think
yes.
there's a misconception among women
small weight.
that you will become big and have big muscles.
Hey, that's happened to me, Dr. A, and it took a year for my arms to deflate. I'm not kidding. I will show you pictures. It was hideous.
I've got to see what it looks like.
will
It probably looks
show you.
absolutely no different than it
Next
looks
time,
now.
yeah.
I promise.
It's all in
Yeah.
your head. I
Yeah.
watch,
No.
I watch you in front of the mirror, and you have no idea what you're seeing.
Yeah, millimeters don't count.
Okay, what about sleep? I mean, this for our shift is always a bit tough.
Yes, and for me too. I used to poo-poo it and say, I'll recover on the the weekend, you know,
No
I'll sleep
such
for 8
thing.
hours. But I think it's very important. 7 hours seems to be the magic number.
Okay.
If you can sleep 7 hours, do the best that you can. It's good for your health, so lower risk of, you know, heart disease, stroke, death, all of those things. But also for us, it has less wrinkles, right? People who sleep less have more wrinkles on their face.
Really?
Yes. I talked about the study this year where we talked about how people who sleep less, and they did all these studies, have more bags under their eyes and they have more wrinkles on their face.
That's why they call it beauty sleep.
There you go.
So 7 hours, that's down, because before people were saying 10, then
Yes.
8, so
Yeah.
7.
8 used to be the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's now settled at 7.
I work 8 hours, I sleep 8 hours, and that leaves 8 hours for fun.
7 will do.
So on the weekends when I'm sleeping 12 to 13 hours, trying to, you know, make up for the lost
Yes.
sleep during the week, there's no such thing,
No,
really.
no, there is.
There is,
But I don't
but
think
not
that
as
you can sleep,
effective.
you know, 4 hours, 5 hours a day
really
and then
sleep
make up
13
all
hours?
of that.
I do on Saturdays and Sundays.
So you go to sleep at what time?
Like 9.
And you wake up
at
at
9.
Wow.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, here's the funny thing I was talking about last
Yeah.
time. The study on the belly fat was done on older males. And I'm
Yes.
like, what's older male?
What?
40 and older.
What?
I'm like, what?
That is crazy. I remember
So-
you said that.
I
Yeah.
would say,
I have 15 bad jokes at my expense that I could do here right now. Back to hookah smoking.
Yes.
Oh,
I would
gosh.
imagine that increases wrinkles.
yes.
That, you just made that
No,
up.
because cigarette smoking does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Once a year.
Okay, once a
Okay.
year.
All
There you
right.
go.
Slowly we will work
Moderation.
toward. Yes, there
Okay.
you go. Thank you, doctor. Are we going to
Thank
see you? We'll see you next year,
Yes.
huh?
Yes,
Okay.
we will.
And,
See you
and
then.
by the way, Araxia's, she has a motto that's moderation in all things except everything.
That is so true.
Sonu, thank you. Sonu
Thank you.
Ahluwalia,
Good to see
thank
you.
you very, very much.